Alrighty. Hopefully the audio is working. I don't feel like testing that. My desk is too cluttered to even reach any device that could allow me to test that. Um, I don't know why the audio wouldn't work. My tripod is stuck to the carpet. Alright, no viewers yet, but I'll explain whenever I start building once somebody joins. But to go over this, if anyone watches it in video form, which it seems quite a few people will, last stream we created two rocks, the scribe, which is this dude. He has a mount. The mount is as of yet unnamed. If you have a name suggestion, put it in the comments of this video. And specifically say that's a suggestion for the name of Two Rocks Mount, or just say the big green bug thing. Either one of those, I'll know what you're talking about. So yeah. So Two Rocks, if you don't remember the backstory, or if you didn't see it in the community post I made, he was created by, what was the name I gave the person? This sort of like collector type of thing. I need to actually go back and read my own community post. The Archivist. The Archivist is what I called them. So Two Rocks was injured in some disaster in this post-apocalyptic world. The Archivist saved him, but it was sort of like a deal with the devil situation, where now Two Rocks is like an indentured servant, almost has to go collect information for the Archivist. And sound that brings into who's our next character going to be. Not the Archivist. Sorry, I'm texting someone about something, so it needs an immediate response. So the next thing I'm thinking of happening, or for the next character, is whoever the first person Two Rocks is introduced to on his journey would be. And so I have a few ideas for that. Alright, so sorry, I finished up the text I was sending. So I'm thinking after he makes the deal with the Archivist, right? The Archivist saves his life and does whatever for him, that he sort of, almost like a video game, the Archivist like teleports him back into the world to go on his journey, but it's like just a randomized spawn point, like Minecraft style, right? And so Two Rocks is just thrown into the middle of somewhere, and I'm thinking it's like some sort of like high energy area. I don't know what kind of energy, maybe something like eldritch, or like some sort of energy lingering behind after whatever calamity caused the apocalypse. And so the teleportation only allows the Archivist to send Two Rocks to high energy areas. And so he picks one, sends him there for Two Rocks to write about. But it turns out there's like some sort of like Lovecraftian being, or like not like Cthulhu type scale, like something smaller, like a Shoggoth or something. And that's not what we'll build, but if you guys want to see a build for that, I can make one. But anyways, that creature is there. Two Rocks appears with his mounts. They're about to get attacked, but then some other guy comes in and saves them, and it's the first character Two Rocks meets on his journey. So we'll make that guy. So I'll move Two Rocks aside for a little bit and put him back on my shelf. Okay, so what I'm thinking about making is some sort of scrapper, like a guy who, because the thing is, one of the other things of the lore, if you don't remember, was if your skin is exposed to atmosphere, it melts. So essentially everyone has like some sort of suit, almost like exosuit, like robotic Iron Man type thing, completely covering their skin, right? Like all the way over themselves, which is why they're built out of Bionicle pieces and look robotic. But it's just they're like armor suits covering everything. And so this guy has taken to using. Also, my camera is really crooked. Is there a way I can easily fix that? Hold on. Okay, there we go. Still have no viewers, so I'll have to re-explain everything when they join, but whatever. I don't want to leave this boring for anyone watching it as a video afterwards. So, the scrapper guy Yeah, he's just finding various pieces of debris around the wilderness and attaching them to himself. And so I'm thinking he's going to use dark blue and silver. I don't have a lot of dark blue because dark blue is one of my favorite colors, so I use it on way too many mocks. So I barely have any pieces left over. What I do have is mainly in the realm of limb pieces. So I guess we'll go through here and see what I got. I have one of these. Also, the lighting in here is kind of weird because it's a bit late in the day. I have some Avmatoran limbs from this guy, Nectan. That was his name. Ben 10 limbs. I should have 2 more of those. Hold on. I got a response to text. Okay, cool. Here's one of the 2 Ben 10 limbs. Oh, one of those has a ball of dog hair stuck to it. Okay. I have a Rakshi leg and a Borak limb. Another Rakshi leg. That is all. Anything else? Alright then. So that means this set of parts is what we have to do with for getting dark blue into his color scheme. This, because there's only one, I'm thinking that could easily be like a neck joint or like connect an arm or section. I'm trying to think of how much scrap. I want this guy to be very bulky. Ooh. Like, I'm thinking his body is almost like shaped like the letter T. Like, it's kind of tall, but it's just very wide at the shoulders. Like, I could create some sort of shoulder contraption add-on, make those bigger. I don't know if I have time. Avmatoran limbs. If I give him like a small arms, I guess I can use these. But other than that, I don't know what I'd use them for. Same thing with the other style of Avmatoran limb. This, again, I only have one, so not sure what I'll do with that, but it's good to have in case I need it. Probably go for the smoother Ben 10 limbs over the Rakshi ones, just because these will fit with CCBS shells better, at least shape blocking wise. Let's find the head. The head is always a good place to start. It's actually a head I was already thinking of, though I thought of it like 10 minutes before I started streaming, because I cannot think of what head could go with this guy. But then I thought of a head. Ooh, actually, this is not the head I was thinking of, but I could use Gavla's head. More specific. If I can find it. Oh, there it is. The Core Hunter Ed. I feel like that would work. I feel like the area that he encounters this guy in would be a darker area. Like, here, his spawn point, if you will, drops 2 rocks into a cave. So it's dark. Some creature from the shadows attacks him, and then this scrapper guy comes and saves him. Could do... Ooh, that's in the wrong place. I could do a lot of Kurzani mocks, do and use this as a shoulder piece. But he'd only have it on one shoulder. That would go with the scrapper look. I'm going to do that. I'm going to figure out how to attach that. Actually, this could go in the dark blue realm of things. I wouldn't use that as a head, though, so I don't know what I would do there. Is that... No, that's too dense to fold inside out. Okay. Since there are currently still no viewers and I have no input, I'm just going to go with whatever comes to mind. Only dark blue feet I have are these Ben 10 ones. Not sure if those would be too small. Oh, I have a viewer now. Nice. Cool. So let's see, summarize all the stuff I've been thinking about. So I'm making a new character to go along with the backstory for the other character I made in a previous stream. This dude. So this guy, his name's Two Rocks. I made a community post about his backstory. He, in this like post-apocalyptic world I'm putting together, he was like almost dead, but then some like entity called the Archivist showed up, saved Two Rocks' life, but then forced him to be like almost an indentured servant and work for the Archivist for a while to travel around the apocalyptic wasteland, like write about like whatever people or like stories he learns about, so that the Archivist can learn more about the place that it's stuck in. And so I'm currently designing the first character that Two Rocks encounters, which is this like scrapper dude who like picks up like various scrap metal from destroyed things and like attaches them to his armor to create weapons and stuff. I'm thinking of making him dark blue, silver, and black. Mainly because I think the core hunter head looks cool. Though in the realm of now that viewer left. Okay, in the realm of dark blue, here's that. Okay, well I'm gonna go back to what I was doing so any one who just joins as a viewer can keep track. Let's see. Can I do red eyes? What did the core hunter originally use? I think he used red, right? I think I just had a mock with him that had dark green on in the past, and so for some reason I always picture the head using dark green. But I think it was red. I'm fine with red. Red will stand out against the rest of his color scheme. Okay, I guess we'll try using these feet just to keep the dark blue. If we do like an inverted thing, so these end up being like upper joints, and they do that sort of, and then there's a like something in between that. I could try that. I'm gonna try that. That's not gonna be how I'm gonna start though, but I'll try to keep that in mind for you. I'll make this his like other shoulder. Because I have some. No, I won't, because at some point I want to use this for like a plague doctor mask. I don't know how long down the series it'll be, because I don't know anything else for that character. I just know at some point I want to use this as a plague doctor mask. I'll put the feet and head bent away for now. The realm of torso design is probably a good place to start. Could use a Ben 10 torso, though. Actually, which would give me the horizontal feel I'm looking for, not very. Actually, well, I could make that easier with this, though, because it has that second attachment point, so I get to create some sort of large upper arm contraption. So I'm, like, mentally picturing how I could do that. I think I could do that. It won't be as like technical, it'll be more CCBS, but I'll keep that in mind. Do I have anything else in here? At some point I wanted to make something with an automaton torso. I guess I used one on Two Rocks' mount now that I think about it. Same thing with Hero Fact torsos. At some point I want to use these, but I don't think it would work with this. I mean, a Toa torso could work. But they'll be very Technic heavy. Do I mind? Actually, this only has 2 attachment points. I thought I had more. Do I want to Toa torso this guy? I think not. I think I'm going to use the Ben 10 torso. Yeah, I will. Which means I have to get the limb bin back out to decide, because now that I have an actual torso build I'm making, I'm just going to attach a ton of pieces to this. And so now I need to figure out how I'm going to attach everything. Well, obvious answer is somehow I'm going to need to get this to connect to that, so that will start with the use of these pieces. And then what? This is all just to make him wide. And this, okay, I can do something with joints there. Why do I have a single one of these in black? I swear I would have had more. Alright, whatever. These. Okay. If I do that. Get some of these out. That's gonna be, it's gonna bend that down. I kinda want that to go up a little bit. Which means I'll need the longer size. Oh, it's still, oh, it's because of the angle of that. Which means I need. Shove that in there. And do that. Actually, if I'm using one of those, I might as well just use this. Boom. Alright. That's one limb. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to armor the top of that. Well, actually, I can figure something out there. Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely figure something out. There's technicals. Gotta love some technicals. I'm just gonna leave those pieces out for now. I'll probably need them later anyways. Okay. Ooh, what if I made this go backwards? And so this attaches like some sort of back armament, and the head is down here. Limbs, actually limbs could come out down here or there. I'll figure it out. I do really want this to feel like a guy in a suit, and if I attach a head there, I could do that. Just gonna keep the Technic pins bent down here, because I know I'm gonna repeatedly need it. Also, for a case like this guy, I'm not gonna care about colorful pins and axles, because it sort of adds to the scrap almost if there's little dashes of random color in there. And the question is just whether I want this to go on. I have a better idea. I'm gonna attach this to a brain attack head. That wasn't too hard to find. Is green fine? I think green is fine. I've always thought Core Hunter looked cool with green eyes. I think I mentioned that already earlier. Because I've done this head technique for him before. Okay. I think they're over this way. No, I'll stick hunched forward. Let's see, figure out what I'm going to do for frontal armor later. I suppose there's an axle there, so I could just put like a CCBS thing on his front and big shell over the back. Because building this thing up around him is going to really capture the guy in a massive suit idea I'm going for. Ooh, I finally have a viewer again. Okay, so essentially, to summarize what I'm building, making a guy, or like in a post-apocalyptic world, he's just built a massive suit around himself out of scrap. And so far, this is what I've got going for a torso. His limbs are probably going to come down from up there. We'll have some armoring going around. I'm gonna try to make him mostly black, silver, and dark blue, but I might sprinkle some other colors in there just to like show off. Oh, now that person left too. Okay, this is just getting depressing. Okay, actually, no, that will waste an axle hole. let's see, how do I want to go about? I guess I'll go about limbs. Sorry, I like twisting things. Actually, I'll go about attaching this. Which side, left or right? I'm thinking left. Which means actually I have to extend out or go up a bit so that I can still attach a joint under there. Or if I need to go this way. Oh no, that'll be really hard. I'm not gonna try that. It's many weird angles. I don't need to put this in my way at the moment. Okay. Now let's get some Technic out. Think about this. Where's my Technic bag? I should put this piece up. If I stick that there, have stuff come out and attach it. I also just saw a piece that could help with that, but it's probably long gone by now, because that's how gravity works. Would this in any way help? Like if I put that there, I could do if I had 2 of these. It wouldn't be that hard to find. State of the world, man, it's crazy. Sort of go quiet while I'm searching for a piece, because my train of thought is entirely focused on finding one of those. Sorry about that. I swear I should own more of these. Oh no, there's one. Just a different color. Okay, let's try a thing. Decide which way I'm going to want this to go. I think I'll go with that way. Let me put the rest of this contraption together. I make a lot of clicking noises with my tongue while I think. I don't know why, I just do it subconsciously. If I do it that way. No, that looks worse. If I put that. I would just leave a big gap though. Thought my deal was smart until I tried it. I guess this way is fine. I I can easily shove something right there to fill in that gap. Okay, that's gonna wiggle. Is there a way I can't really stop the wiggling unless I do it with whatever armor I decide to put in there. But this, you know what, I'll deal with it. It'll probably resolve itself as I build more onto this guy also. That swerving is interesting. I should definitely put a gun over his next shoulder. They'll probably come out of this hole. Actually, I could do that, and I'll do that out of that axle right there. I'll make a gun. I'll deal with armoring that later. We'll just try to design a frame for now. Pull these pieces back out. I'm sort of zoned out talking to myself. Actually, the idea is thinking with reversed limbs. Do I want to do that with his upper body? Or just his lower body? I'll try it with his upper body. Actually, I don't want that to go this way then. I'll try it with both. It'll also make his arms seem longer, which I guess will add to the suit vibe if he has like triple jointed arms. Because at least in arm case, you have to, or what I've done already is going to require this going on. I'll make the last joint on his arms a bit smaller. If I decide it doesn't look good, then I'll just remove it. And that is swiveling all over the place. Actually, there's an easy way I can fix that. Or at least stop its sideways swivel. Actually, it'll be easier if I do it with this. Actually, I need to do it with both. Actually, no, I won't. Actually, wait, yes, I will. It sounds like yeah, but the whole point I was to stop the swivel. What am I talking about? Alright, so it still wiggles like this, but I'll put like a bow rock tooth or something right there later to prevent that. Oh yeah, this guy's frame is looking really weird. How am I already half an hour into this, and all I have is this? Bruh. I'm gonna try to pick up the pace then. Limbs. I'd rather have his limbs just be 2 joints, which means if I want this to be the top, that's not going to catch, so I'll have to make contraption come down below, which we use. So these, most certainly. And so, how am I going to make that look? I suppose I could just attach them to a thing in there. Yeah, it seems like a very simple way to do it, though. Might stick out really far. Ooh. Just spotted a piece. Hold on. I'm gonna try something here. If I shove this in, I'll shove it in the back so it doesn't look like a penis. And if I make these, I make them go forward, and that should work fine. I hope. Yeah, sure. Let me try that. If I can find a 3-long axle. There's one. actually don't want to. We want something that stops him from doing that. Which is we want them in that position. No. We want it. We want it. Do we? Well, if I actually put legs in place, put them like this. Versus. So I actually kind of think I don't want them coming up. Sure. Actually, well. Yeah. Here's another simple fix. Actually. Just came up with an even simpler fix if I can find a piece I swear I just saw. There it is. Alright. Slide. Swing. Here we go. All right. And I'm actually going to shove some. Oh, the feet won't come connect. Let me see if I can have enough. Actually, I'll just do what I did for the arms. What am I thinking? Also make him bigger. Actually, that's the case when I put friction adders there. Alright, now we have our frame. That was quite fast, probably because I wasn't asking for audience feedback, because this stream didn't get an audience because I announced it way too late. At least I'm assuming that's why. But that basically did nothing to prevent that. But whatever. Let me try to do shoulder gun. How do I want shoulder? I think shoulder gun could use this. Because I do have that one dark blue piece. Where do I want? Actually, shoulder gun should just be on the hinge. Alright. That just gave me an idea. This could be like the outer rim of the gun. Alright. What are those staircase pieces? I see one in dark brown, but I don't have any black. Oh, yes I do. Alright, cool. I can easily make this connection work. And then that gun comes over, mounts over his shoulder. And then before I add armor onto him, I'm gonna do this so that I know his armor will make room for the gun to move. Question is just, I'm gonna put that together. No, that piece won't work. Actually, Where's the piece I'm looking for? Oh wait, I swear this was something. I said just pop up the head of viewer for a moment, and then they immediately left. There we go. It took me a moment. If I use one of these. Oh wait. Let's do it this way. Boom, shoulder gun. That's attached there. And flip over. Which actually means we'll probably attach by the side, because that's not going to rotate normally. There's to be like a couple of hinges involved in that process. That shouldn't be too hard to put together. Question is just how do I want to go about that? I see any pieces through the side of the bag that could help. I see one. It's an orange, but we'll go with it. Actually, there's a gray version right next to it. But you know what? We'll go with the orange one. It adds character. Also, like I said, I don't care if I have a randomly colored piece here and there, considering this guy is supposed to be made out of, like, wasteland scrap. So I'm having a super coherent color scheme sort of misses the look. But I might try to pepper random ass colors throughout him other parts. Okay, so neat. These will help me. And I shove that right there. If I just use this, actually, just use that works surprisingly well. Sure. We'll just go with that. That's gonna blow out his eardrums, but he's wearing armor. He probably has ear protection. Alright. Now, we'll get to armoring him. I'll figure out what to do about this wiggliness arming the shoulder last, because that's going to take more technical stuff. I'll start with his limbs. Also, I realize I've not thought one bit about whatever he'll be holding in his hands, but we'll get there when we get there. I can probably get rid of the limb box. The limb bin. I'll leave the technical pieces out. I'll probably need those. So this, I was thinking about this while doing the rest of it. I feel like this could go, get that over head, or like broad, or at least fill up his shoulder. And actually, I stick one of these in there. Ooh. I use that somehow, that could look cool. So I just noticed that, and actually can I attach that somewhere else? I like that over the top of his head. I also like the idea of this over the top. I could put this on his lower back. Okay. How do I attach this over the top? I have thought up a solution. Where's my hand? Alright, that doesn't go all the way in, but it's fine. go for... Actually, that's his red. His head is raised up too much. There we go. It's giving me Reinhardt vibes almost. This gun. Oh. Getting this to straighten is going to be a pain. His gun still has movement abilities, but he'd be slightly hunched, so that gun would point directly forward anyways. Also, I like the battle wear on this, makes it give that scrap look I was thinking about. Okay, now for the rest of him. I want this to be on his lower back. I just literally stick a ball joint right there, achieve that look fine. I'm actually gonna need bushings for that though, because it's a weird gap in the way the Ben 10 torso is shaped. Alright, I've got some ball joints. I'm actually gonna design this so I can put a piece on both his front and his back, because that will shape that more efficiently. What can I cover up in this very top? Will that fit? Oh yeah, that fits. It's supposed to be kind of slanted for his gun to work. Oh, that leaves a lot of space down here. Push it back. Okay, this spot leaves space for the gun. We'll put the head on a longer thing then. Push it through. So it's at that point, which is actually pretty much exactly where we want that to be. Well, it's still gappy in there, so we can shove something in the middle. Also, just to cover up his bottom a bit, we'll just stick one of those on. For some reason, these are really expensive on Bricklink recently. I wonder if they're used in the Artaka model. They may have been. That could explain that. What do we put in the middle there to fill that gap? Let's tow a gearbox. Is that too much? Or like too big? Yeah, that doesn't work. Here, I can stick one of these on. We can use those pinholes and make something else come out of that later. Ooh. Where's one of those pieces? Here, the ball joint with a through axle. I can shove in there. Oh, don't push his head forward. Shove that on. And then here I'll just put a bushing behind it. And then, bam. Now we have another ball joint we can use. And then, a second one of these. Can turn his back into a sort of incremental carapace. And if I can, will this fit? If I stick it into there, yes. Now he's very gappy through there. We'll deal with it, it's fine. Ooh, I feel like his leg is, oh, it's because, that's why. Okay. His legs are wobbly, but it's fine. Okay, no, I don't want that look, which means I have this gap in here now. Oh my god, I keep pushing that into his legs. Do I have a second one of these? Yes. Okay. I put one back over his butt. Put one in his legs. Okay. His gun still moves. That's good. That's what we were looking for. This guy really reminds me of like those beetles, like rhinoceros beetles or like scarabs and stuff. Actually, it could be a cool name for him, like the scarab. I think it's this horn and the roundness of that, but specifically how this creates like horns coming out the top of his head. Cool. Okay, now for his upper limbs, how do I want to armor those? Ooh, I have these fins I could use some more. Actually, before we get to his limbs, let's finish the torso. I just realized he doesn't have anything on his chest. Do I want to just stick with that and say that's torso complete? You know what? Yeah. Actually, do I have any of these with interesting patterns on them? This guy's... Normally I don't use these, but this guy's bulky enough that I think it could work. I'm just getting all the printed ones out. Oops. Okay, I think this one could work because it has a little bit of bluishness in it, although this one's very bone-like. Actually, no, I think I'll go with that one. It has like accents of like pinks and reds in there that will stand out. Nice. Okay. Also gives me the ability to figure out where his actual like center of symmetry should be, so I can make sure not all his stuff is warped. Okay. I'm liking how this dude's coming along. Dang, my lighting is like weird today. The camera does not want to focus on him. Whatever. Okay. I don't know why I pulled a tan one out. That wouldn't fit. Now what? I don't like the wiggly legness, but there's not really... Actually... I just slide that on like that. Push that back in. That one, that's a little bit of the wiggliness. We're at an acceptable wiggle level. Okay. And let's see. Still have more of these. If I could fit that somewhere, I could do that. No, not really. Actually, I could use the Technic spots in the back if I can find another one of these. I also have... I'm trying to think about how to armor the back of his limbs. Also, I'm going to flip the way these are around. Unless I find something I do want to armor the middle with. So how well would that... I mean, I could go decently if I can find a second one. I am thinking I want to just shove some size 3... Is this size 3? Size 4, sorry. CCBS armor into there. Just to fill that up a little bit. So this is pretty wiggly now. But it's... whatever, I kind of prefer it that way. The Ben 10 torso is shaped really weirdly, so I have a bunch of parts trying to pull themselves apart right now. Also, there's a big gap in there, but I might just leave that, to be honest. I don't know what to fill it in with. Here, I'll fold that up as far as it goes. And then hunch him. Where this guy's supposed to look intimidating, but he's actually usually a nice dude. At least when he encounters 2 rocks. Oh. Okay, that piece in there, I'm just wanting to slide itself out so we can fix 2. I just launched an axle across the room. I'm gonna put one with a stopper. Whoa, why'd everything just get super blurry? All those balls are coming off. No, it's not going to slide off backwards. We need something in the front to stop it, which will be something to go up into armor under there. Ooh! That's too short of a switch and connection points, but that could look cool if I put that over his butt. No. Actually, can I get that in there? Oh my god. That piece really wants to slide off. I'm gonna use these mostly for display though, so it's not too bad. I'm gonna just find like one good pose to put them in and just leave them like that. It's more the stop motion characters I care about being posable. So I'm thinking about how I want to get this piece on, like simply. I need like, I wish there was a Lego piece that was like, if you, ooh, actually I just thought of an idea. Why is this in my, whatever. Okay. This is not what I was thinking of when I was saying I wish there was a specific type of Lego piece, but this fits the job at least right here. We'll put that on his rear. We'll flip around the way this contraption is functioning. This piece is definitely going to get progressively pushed out of there over time. I suppose I could just do this with the head. Bring that down a bit more. That creates a gap in there. This is not really the type of thing that's going to be viewed from the side. It's meant to just be an imposing front figure. I'm thinking about how parts of this are going to go together. Okay, well that's just not going to work. Alright, we'll go back to the way I had it. Oh my god, will that piece stop dropping off whenever my thumb touches it lightly? Oh, that might be the same ball joint I was complaining about in the 2 Rocks episode. That it keeps sliding out. Yeah, it probably is the same joint. That's funny. Alright. That's that part of him done. Okay, yeah, it's bending wobbly now because there's so much gravity up on this top. Ooh, there's how I can connect or fix his rear, or the gap in his back. Actually, no, that wouldn't work because that would conflict with the... Would it? Hold on. Let me at least demonstrate what I'm thinking of doing here. Feed this through his torso. Stick that piece on there. Here, this will be easier without the armor. And stick this piece here. And do that. What does that do for him? Especially if I stick this back on the front. Alright. Alright, these look like weird sort of straps, or like a weird frame, and I like that. I'm gonna actually leave those unarmored. Still need something to go right here. What would that look like? Okay, no. Actually, I could stick this there. That would look fine. Sure, we'll just do that. It's a quick, easy. Sorry, for a second, I thought I was going to fall on the floor. Actually, do I want to go that way? No, I'll have it go this way. This is just an easy way to fill up a little gappy part of him. Alright. And that's going to be wobbly too. He'll just have a lot of wobbly parts. I don't mind too much. I'll stick with keeping his shoulders silver if I can. Just gonna need that. Alright, alright. He's coming along well. At least in my opinion. Gun still works, even with all this stuff down here, so that's good. Oh, I found the other one of these. So I know I only have... Actually, no, I should have more in silver, because I have two sets that use those in silver. Let me see if I can find... Although I have used them on some mocks, but... I should be able to find another one. Oh, yeah. Boom. That was fast. Oh, this is on his thighs, or his arms? He's only have enough for one. I think his thighs, so that those seem chunkier. Dreams, what pieces will I want for that? Okay, no. Oh, actually, those aren't gonna fully be flush. I can actually snap a rubber band over that. Never actually used that technique before, but it's never been one I've been opposed to. Here, do I have... I hate when there's like a very basic key, actually. I could do it with one of those. Actually, could I also do it with these? Yeah, okay. Those will work fine instead then. We've passed an hour on this stream. Actually, that just sort of stays like that. Okay, gravity. Sometimes you love it, sometimes you hate it. That probably applies to like all Bionicle fans. Oh, someone in my cul-de-sac is now using power tools. That's nice. Hopefully that doesn't pick up too bad on video, and if it does, hopefully my voice is louder. Okay, gravity will just keep those in the position I want, so I'm not going to bother too much there. What I am going to do in the space of leg armor is throw on a couple of these. I might put rubber bands on that rear leg armor just because I'm going to hold it down in other positions, but also it could make it seem like it's been strapped together, which is what it's supposed to ultimately appear like. Also, trying to use as much of these on him as I can, just because I never use these as actual pieces. So, actually, I'll probably go better the other way, because it'll actually be shaped, tapering down like a calf muscle does. If I put this on the front. Okay, yeah, that doesn't wiggle too much. Like I was mentioning tapering down like a calf muscle, but then the arm on the front does the opposite. However, it's fine, makes it seem very boot-like. Alright. I'm digging that. Let's see if I can have any rubber bands in this bin that won't stand out too much from his color scheme. This is like just a Tupperware. I put all my Lego cloth and vinyl parts in. And whenever a set has rubber bands on it, I put them in here also. There's a white one. I mean, white is neutral-ish color. Lego rubber bands are always like the weirdest colors. So, do I have any more rubber bands at all? Why do I have a Technic piece in my... Oh, okay, I dropped it on the floor. Why do I have a Technic piece in my cloth bin? And I have another white rubber band. And I just lost track. Oh, there it is. Okay, I don't see anything else. I'll just use white ones for now. Alright, I'm gonna put that back. So I have to pop these legs off. I'm gonna get this armor to stay down. Hopefully I can manage to get this to go around it. Oh, no, that went too far. Never actually used rubber bands on a mock before. Hopefully that works fine. I mean, the white stands out a little bit, but this character is sort of supposed to be a wasteland scrapper type of guy, so if he has random colors sticking out or random things wrapped around him. Ooh, actually, random things wrapped around him could be a fun idea. I'm actually gonna bring rubber bands up. Do I have any friction stud pins? Alright. When I get around to putting the spikes on this dude, which I've put on every other character in this line of characters, so obviously I'll put them on him too, just not as many I'll put some on there to be hooks to hold the rubber bands on. This dude is super sturdy. Damn, alright. Now, let's see, I'm trying to think if there's anything I can do for back armor. No, just stop. Does this fit on there? No. Does it fit the other way? No. Does... I could stick one of these on the back of there. Ooh, yeah, I'm liking the very limits motion, but this guy's armor... Actually, what if I did one of these? This guy's armor would probably be quite clunky anyways, given the nature of it, so I'll do one of those. It's rubberier, so it will hold on better. I think I normally put those in my spike bin. I just happen to have one in my CCBS items. Yeah, when I go through my spike bin, I'll pull out another one of those to shove on this arm. Or shove on this arm, I mean. So now it's just his hands, or like lower arms and weaponry. Actually, I just noticed I have a second one of these. So can I, in some way, get those on these arms? Don't think so. Will they fit on there anyhow? If I were to be some all over. Thank you. Or to stick this on there and stick it in your hole. No, that's just gonna look weird. If I put these, I know that there's not enough space, so I just very much want to see if I can fit these on it somewhere. No, like, no, they'd have to be at a weird angle on that. If I had them on both sides, though. Now, whatever, I'll give up on those unless I can come up with... I don't know how... That was not English. I don't have any idea yet on what I'm going to do for the weapons for him. So, I might be able to make, like, a club. Nah, I guess it could be in, like, the pommel of something if I do decide to do that. Okay, so where am I going to put it on his forearms? I have a third one. I'm not using that for anything. How do I keep launching pieces everywhere during this whole building process? Ooh, if I had more sand blue. I'll collect sand blue pieces to make another character with them in the future. Could that go? Alright. Save that. What parts? Ooh. Again, that wouldn't work there. I just forgot this was a piece, and so I got really excited when I saw it. I'm really looking for another one of these in gunmetal, but I can't find one. So there we go. Alright, we'll go at it from the side. Okay, I'm thinking, do I have... Yeah, more of these. Is that my last one? Oh, no, this one. Okay, we're good. Cool, alright. Oh, the lighting is very orange, probably because it's getting later in the day, so there's less sunlight and more just light from my ceiling fan. I should probably get like studio lights at some point. Alright, now I just need to do hands and weapons. Since this is an exosuit, not sure if I want to actually give it proper fingers. It might just be weapons built. Actually, no, because he would need some way to interact. I might do one hand and one that's just a weapon built on. Here it is, a gun, so I'll do a melee weapon. Here, I'm gonna get this bin out of here and exchange it for this bin. I've had almost no viewer input this whole stream just because people join for like 30 seconds and then leave. Whatever. There's the piece I just got out. I'll this be his weapon side so that his other side is armored, which is the same philosophy a recent Ninjago mech follows. After weapons, we'll do the final step I always do, which is the spikes. I don't know, it's just become, it happened on my first 2 mocks, so I might just make that a running joke, is just finishing the build by just covering everything in spikes. Honestly, just a one-piece weapon could work. But I like, probably combined 2 things. Gave him like a sword pincer. Like stick that there. Stick this on the side, actually, yeah. Would that work, or would those conflict? But this is the word. How do you pronounce that? Actually, I'll stick it on there and see if it works. Sorta. I don't even know what I'm trying to make. It's just, I guess, a crab claw type of a thing, because this could easily be a weapon, or... Actually, yeah, if we make... Ooh, actually, I might put this on this other hand, because it'll be both a thing he could pick things up with, and then his other... And it could work with this other thing will be just functioned to some big, crazy weapon. Alright, so... Yeah. That works like a crab claw for him. And we'll say that when he wants to actually physically upgrade his suit, he's able to, like, partially leave it, sort of like Iron Man could. But he has to be in an area where the atmosphere... Actually, I guess he could have, like, another suit on inside the suit, and then, like, leave one. Like, it'd be like if, like, sort of like Iron Man in the Hulkbuster suit, but if the Hulkbuster suit were, like, as skin tight to the Iron Man suit as the Iron Man suit is to Tony Stark. If that makes any sense. Which in my head it does. Ooh, I think his next weapon could be powerful and could use this out, stand out. That would be cool. Sure. After 2 of them, could I, like, double up on that? Or should I just do the one? I just do the one. It'll be like a lightsaber type of thing, you know? Yeah, you know. And I just also when I mentioned things wrapped around him, I just remembered I said that before, so I might try to incorporate that coming out of this weapon. And they could be like wires wrapping around and connecting to his back somehow. So I'll leave a spot open. And shove on a piece, I guess. This would work. Alright. The wires will probably just like connect up there. As for what wires I'm thinking the normal like hose pieces. But I'm thinking these. And, okay, we'll figure, it'll sort of fit with the rubber band. It's also, I thought of this character idea this morning. I have a bunch of other characters in mind, but there's pieces I know I'd want to use on them that I don't have. So I'd need to do bricklink order before I can make any of those characters. I was like, what could I actually make? And what would be a reasonable very first thing for a 2 rocks to encounter? And I was like, okay, probably just some wasteland scrapper guy. Yeah, these aren't, okay, I'm gonna have to like, Should I just attach his arm and then reattach afterwards? I probably will, just to make this an easier process of wrapping things around. Here, I'm gonna get 2 of these. Make them go through opposite sides. And then in the realm of lightsaber bars. There's 2. Since there's no viewers, I can't get any good name suggestions. I'm usually not the best at names, so... Ooh, I could just make this a mystery figure. Like, he saves 2 rocks, but doesn't tell 2 rocks his name. Like, he sort of just pops in, saves his 2 rocks his life, and then vanishes before 2 rocks can help him with anything. Or no, before like 2 rocks can ask him anything, sorry. Okay, if I wanna, can I like wrap this through the arm? Yes. It still has some good movement. Actually, I kind of like the idea of it going under that armor right there, because then that looks like it's going through the suit partially. I know a lot of people complain about certain Titans in Bionicle, such as Kitangu, having like one limb that's like super simple, or like it doesn't have a hand on it and it's just like one blade piece attached to like one of these. It comes out of the shoulder, and like everyone's like, oh, it's too simple for a Titan, it's not big enough. I've always found the little bits like that sort of charming, and this guy's limbs remind me of that. If I wrap this one like over the top, actually. Like wrap it. Oh no, that's gonna be too simple. Okay, if I bring it under this one here, bring it around, and then there we go. Ah, shoot. Okay. It's too much of a beeline though. Okay, this is definitely... Ooh, I like how those are tied around each other. That was accidental, but... Or partially accidental, at least. Oh, shoot, one of them. This one, like, popped out over... How did that... I'm not sure how that happens. Oh, it, like, unlooped one of its loops. Is that what it did? Can I loop you out through here? It sort of removes an articulation point, that being that one, but, and also the one on the hand. But I sort of like it, so. Oh, that articulation point is actually gone because of the way the armor conflicts. Okay, yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Swagger. Alright. Let's shove that on there. Boom. After some spikes. The final step in any of my builds is covering them in spikes. He's not gonna have too many though. We'll have like mainly just on his legs to get those rubber bands to make sure they stay in place. Because they're not gonna be able to get around like the hook of a spike. And also might put some on the back of his legs to work his little spurs. Alright. Oh, also I was gonna put one of these on the back of this arm. actually, cool, that, like, traps those in there. I like that. Ooh, for the rubber bands on the back of his legs. Could stick some of these to, oh my, and it's just been, I haven't looked at the camera too much, it's just been getting progressively more orange as the evening has gone on. Okay, cool, yeah, those have friction, so those will go there to keep those in check. And then, actually, that's a pretty good idea. I'm gonna stick 2 of these round bits right there, just to make that, fill in those 2 holes, make that look a bit more interesting. Let's see, what else have we got? Ooh, there's the mailman outside. Do I not have any silver claws? Or are they just... Why is there a pin? Oh, here we go. Here's one. I only need the smallest size for it here because I don't think it's going to get past that one, like, wedge shape in the Ben 10 piece, but just to make sure there will be a hook to stop it. Alright, let's get some bigger ones. Turn into spurs on the back of his shoes. Why don't I have any bigger ones either? Where are all my silver claw pieces? What the hell? Genuinely. What? Whoever we could. I don't really want to use these ones though. Suppose I can use black if I have to. I have quite a few black ones. Yeah, black will be fine. It'll fit. Anyways, do spurs go up or down? I think they go up. Right? Yeah. I don't know why he needs spurs, but I thought it would look cool when I was... Actually, no, that looks kind of weird. I won't do that. Do I want accessories anywhere else? Ooh, I kind of want to put, like, something orange. Or, like, at least not orange, but, like, necessarily something colorful, but, like, transparent there. I don't know why orange is... Ooh, I have these Extra Knights pieces. I can find a second one. Then can create this little colorful... Actually, I should have 4 of those. I could put them... no, I'll just... Actually... No, I'll just put 2 of them on his back. Oh, here's the second one. It's right on the top. Not sure what the point of those is. Looks like a little cool energy thing going on. Gosh dang, is my lighting being changed by going dark outside? Holy cow. I know I've mentioned it multiple times, but it is so much dark. Oh, now I find one of those in silver. I don't want it anymore. I think this is it for him. Still don't have a name, but if you have any name suggestions, tell them to me, please. I'll also probably make a community post about how much we'll also ask for name suggestions. Yeah, he was very scarab-like. Might use, I don't know, something that sounds scarab-y. Does the gun still work? The gun does still work. Actually, it's sort of sliding out there now. Of how, like, how the guns felt so long before, but now because of his big ol' hump, it feels kind of small. Also, the range of motion is lessened, but I had to try and make it, like, I don't know, that would take 20 joints. I was gonna say, like, an unfolding barrel, or just if I lengthen the barrel. Actually, I could probably just lengthen it for, like, one piece. Here I already have a pin out, although it's a frictionless one. I don't need friction on this. It just needs a black. Oh, actually, you know that this is not the piece I was thinking of. I was thinking of just a little too long ones. But how would that look? That's not too bad. All right, it's getting very orange, so I'm gonna turn this off. Goodbye.